Text number 20. Given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Recorded on June 16th, 1972, in Los Angeles.
Translation. One who has not listened to the messages about the prowess and the marvelous acts of the personality of Godhead, and has not sung or chanted loudly the worthy songs about the Lord, is to be considered to possess ear holes like that of the snakes, and a tongue like that of the frogs.
So, the impersonalists are the voidists. So, where is their God? So, there is no God for them, impersonal. So, there is no activity. What they will hear and where they will chant. If you have no activity, then what shall I hear about it? If you are a dead stone, then what can I hear? Simply one, a big stone, that's all. So they have not this opportunity. These impersonalists, they are so unfortunate that they cannot hear. As soon as there is some activity of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they will say, it is Maya. That is called Mayavad. These are our activities, Maya. Therefore, God's activities are also Maya. A poor fund of knowledge or askaya. Because I cannot do this, therefore God cannot do this. I am pleased in this way, therefore God can. And they are identical. Big sannyasi explain like that. When I am pleased, God is pleased. When I am dissatisfied, God is dissatisfied. So, roundabout way, their philosophy is to satisfy one's own sense gratification. That's all. The Mayavad philosophy means, impersonalist means, the same material condition. The material condition means everyone is busy in sense gratification. And therefore they cannot understand. And when there is question of sense, just like we are dancing here, ball dance. So, this is material Maya. Therefore, Krishna's dance with the gopis, that is also Maya. This is Mayavad Siddha. The example can be given like this. Just like a patient, since his birth, he is sick and is lying in the hospital, cannot walk freely or cannot eat nice things, all bitter medicine, injection, always suffering. So, if he is informed that after your cure, you shall be able to eat nice rasgulla, sandesh, he cannot believe it. He says that again eating, it is horrible. Because he has got bad experience of eating in sick condition. He thinks that eating in healthy condition is also the same. This is Mayavad. He has no experience what is healthy eating. Therefore, his bad experience of this disease condition, he wants to make it zero. He is thinking that when this drinking of medicine and lying down will be zero, that will be my real healthy condition. This is their philosophy. Because bad experience Just like foolish persons sometimes commit suicide, or they talk of suicide. The whole thing is zero. Wants to make the life zero. That is their happiness. Sunnavadi, because they have no experience that there is another life. Going back to home, back to Godhead. They are also, Krishna is eating, Krishna is dancing, Krishna is playing, Krishna is killing. Everything is there. They are all transcendental. Everything is there. Here only parvati reflection, false reflection only. There are 5 principal rasas. Shanta, Dasa, Sakha, Vatsalya, Madhurya. Here also the same rasas are here. Shanta, Dasa. Just like I am sitting in this comfortable seat. This is Shanta, Shanta rasa. The throne is giving me service in silence. This is called Shanta rasa. Above this, somebody is giving me flower, sandalwood. This is called Dasa rasa, serving. Better than. This is silent, there is work. The Shantarasa, Dasarasa, then again develop Sakharasa, more intimate, friendly. Then Vatsalya Rasa, more intimate, just like the parental affection. And more intimate, conjugal love. Just a young boy, young girl, try to love one another. So these rasas are there. Vrindavan. Krishna is in love with the gopis, he is playing with friends, cowherds, boy. He is affectionate mother, Jasoda, feeding him. And there are servants also serving Krishna, and the trees, the water, the flowers, they are serving silently. Panchamukharas, 5 chief mellows, humors. The same thing is here also. Here also, the Shantaras, Sakharas, Dasaras is there, but that is mixed with material, cranks, just like sweet rice. Sweet rice is very nice, but if it is mixed with some grains of sand, just imagine how it is pleasant. So all the rasas, Mayavadi philosophers, they have eaten sweet rice with cranks, with sand grains. Therefore, when you offer him next sweet rice, oh, I have got taste. Don't supply it. I wish to live without eating. Zero. This is Mayavad philosophy. Try to understand. Impartial. Making everything zero, without any varieties. Nirvishesha sunnavadi. Nirvishesha means without any varieties. And sunnavadi means zero, voidist. So 2 kinds of Mayavadis. Generally headed by Shankar philosophy and Buddha philosophy. But our position is transcendental, above. Karmis, they are on the material field, they are trying to enjoy on the material platform. Jnanis, they are trying to make it varietyless, and the Buddhists, they are trying to make it zero. Our philosophy is substance. This is different. Substance, reality. Vastava vastu, real reality, not the false thing. So, these people, the voidists and impersonalists, because they have no information of the Supreme Lord and His activities. Activities are there. Krishna is coming, showing His activity. But they will say it is Maya. Krishna is Maya. Although Krishna is practically showing them that it is not Maya. It is completely spiritual. But their dull brain cannot accommodate that Krishna is supreme, absolute truth. Therefore, the so-called scholars, when Krishna says, Manmana bhava madbhakta madhyaji mang namaskuru, Krishna says, just become my devotee, offer your obeisances unto me, always think of me, manmana bhava madbhakta. The scholar, the so-called scholar says, this is not to Krishna the person. It is to the unborn which is within him. The rascal does not know that Krishna has no within, without. Krishna is absolute, otherwise there is no meaning of absolute. When there is duality, how it can be absolute? That sense they haven't got. Still they are passing on as big scholar. Krishna has no such thing as within and without. We, living entities, ordinary living entities, I am soul, I am within this body. I am not this body. But Krishna is not like that. Krishna is both body and soul together. Krishna is everything. Krishna has no such difference as material and spiritual. For Krishna, everything is spiritual. Because material and spiritual, there are two energies only. But they are energy of Krishna. So for Krishna, there is no such distinction, material or spiritual. He can convert the material into spiritual and the spiritual into material because he is the original source of these two energies. He is the original source. The same example, just like an expert electrician, he can convert the heater into cooler and the cooler into heater, although they are two opposites. Because he knows how to utilize the electric energy. Similarly, Krishna says that these material elements, they are also my energy. And the spiritual energy, the Jiva Bhuta, they are also my energy. And the whole cosmic manifestation is combination of this material and spiritual energy. Therefore, but Krishna is absolute. He has nothing to do with material and spiritual. Another example can be given. Just like government. Government has got many departments. The criminal department and the educational department. The educational department is giving knowledge to the citizens and the criminal department is punishing, chastising the citizens. Now, to us, we find difference that in this department, government is so liberal, is giving education, people are becoming lauded, enjoying, and this department, so government is discriminating. This department is favorable and this department is not favorable. But to the government, it is not like that. To the government, both the departments are equal. Rather, sometimes the government has to spend more to the criminal department than to the educational department. Okay, they have to maintain both these departments. To run on the state politically, they have to maintain both these. Similarly, because the individual soul has got little independence, which is part and parcel of Krishna. So, Krishna has full independence, and we being part and parcel of Krishna, we have got that independence quality. How it can be without? Then how can we part and parcel? The same example, just like a drop of ocean water, it is also salty. The same ingredient. Similarly, we have got little independence. Just like you have taken to Krishna consciousness out of your independence. There are many other American boys and girls, they are not taking. It is not obligatory. But the door is open for everyone. One who is intelligent, he is taking to it. That is due to independence. And some of our boys are also falling back after remaining few years. And again he falls back. Again in the hodgepodge. You see? Due to this misuse of independence. So, because God has given us little independence, therefore there must be two departments, material and spiritual. Otherwise there is nothing material, everything spiritual. Material is called Maya because those who are in poor fund of knowledge, they cannot see Krishna's spiritual energy. They are covered. Therefore, they are called Mayavadi. So the unfortunate Mayavadi cannot chant. They criticize this chanting is sentimentalism. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was criticized at Benares when he was chanting. You know the story, Prakashananda Saraswati, a great Mayavadi sannyasi, he used to criticize that this sannyasi is sentimental. Sannyasi's business is reading Vedanta, but this sannyasi is chanting and dancing. So there was strong criticism. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was arranged to meet this Mayavadi sannyasi, and he talked on Vedanta and he defeated him, and the sannyasi along with his 60,000 disciples became his followers. So, you should not be simply chanting and dancing. Along with you must know philosophy. There are so many Mayavadis. You have to defeat them. It is not that we are coward. We are Krishna's soldiers. So as soon as there is Mayavadi attack, you must immediately defeat him. That is wanted. Therefore, so many books are being written. Jnanancha jata hitakam Vasudevi Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Janayati Asu Vairagam Jnanancha jat ahitakam. If you become pure devotee, this jnana, to defeat this Mayavad philosophy, will be revealed unto you. Krishna is within you. As soon as he is very sincere, he is doing seriously, he will give you all in turn. Buddhi yogam dadamitam. So, but if you are in doubt whether Krishna is person or not, then Krishna will not give you. That is the difficulty. He does not talk with nonsense. He talks, but not with the nonsense. So when you are above the nonsensical platform by sincere service, then Krishna will talk with you. Promise it. Sit down properly. So, the fact is that one who has not listened to the messages about the prowess and marvelous acts of the personality of God. Now they have got this Mayavadi, they have got their ears, but they cannot hear about the activities of the Lord. They reject, this is all Maya. Let us meditate. So there, these ear holes is compared with the snake holes. When you go walk on the paddy field, you will find so many holes. Have you got experience? And yes, there are so many holes. Even on the beach, you will find so many holes. But especially in the agricultural field, there are holes because the paddy, the rats and mouse, they come to eat the paddies and they make hole to live there. And the snake take advantage. They enter the hole and eat the rat and mouse and live peacefully. So these holes, because there are snakes, nobody utilizes it, that hole. Similarly, when these ear holes are not receptive of the message of Krishna, it is like that. It is not being utilized properly. Similarly, you have got tongue, but you cannot chant Hare Krishna. Jivhasati darduri keva. It is just like the tongue of the frogs. The frogs, you have got experience during the rainy season. They use their tongue very nicely. They sing. Yes. But what is the result of singing? The result of singing, in the darkness, the snake, they can understand here is a frog, and it comes and immediately eats. Similarly, we have got tongue, and we are lecturing all nonsense things, mental speculation, or singing in the dancing club, ho, 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 like that. So the result is that we are diminishing our duration of life in that way. The opportunity, the human form of life opportunity is being uselessly diminished. In the previous verse we have learned, Ayur harati vai pungsam, uddanna stancha jannaso. Because the sun's business is to take away your span of life gradually. So say, as the frog is calling his death, the snake, please come here, I am here. Similarly, these persons were talking all nonsense without Krishna Katha. They are inviting the Jamaraj, please come soon. I am here. I am here. This is the position. So, explain.
Purport. Devotional service of the Lord is rendered by all limbs or parts of the body. It is the transcendental dynamic force of the spirit soul. Therefore, a devotee is engaged 100% in the service of the Lord. One can engage in devotional service when the senses of the body are purified in relation with the Lord, and one can render service to the Lord with the help of all senses. As such, the senses and the action of the senses are to be considered as impure or materialistic, as long as they are employed in sense gratification only.
The same ear holds. You hear some radio message, some materialistic news, some advertisement, so many things you can hear. And in the same ear holes, you can hear Hare Krishna. So, the hearing is there. But when you hear something for your sense gratification, that is material. And when you hear something about Krishna, that is spiritual. This is the difference between material and spiritual. The things are already there. You have got your ears, you have got your tongue, you have got your hand, you have got your legs, you have got your eyes. Everything is there. You can utilize it for material purpose and for spiritual purpose. How you can utilize? If you change your consciousness, then you can utilize. So if you change your consciousness to Krishna consciousness and utilize the senses for that purpose, sarvapadhi vinirmuktam tatparatena nirmalam. Just like you are American, I am Indian. We are not concerned about hearing about Indian and American. We have no other business, no or any business. I am not interested hearing about something Indian, and you are also not interested to hear something about American. No. This is called sarvopadhi vinirmuktam. The designation is freed from the designation. Tatparatena nirmalam. When we simply hear about Krishna, then we are purified. Hearing, the machine is there. People are hearing, as American, the message of the president or some politics. They're very much interested. What my country is advancing, how they're killing in Vietnam, how they're doing this, that. The whole big lump newspaper, you see, for hearing. For hearing. So, when one is interested with this big lumpy newspaper for American interest or Indian interest or German interest, everyone has demarcated. This is Germany, this is America, this is... Everything belongs to God. And these rascals, they have demarcated. This is German. This is... Ishavastamidam. Krishna says, Bhoktanam Jagdasam Sarvalokumayasram. Sarvalokumayasram, he is the proprietor of all the planets. And in this teeny planet, we have met, this is America. This is German. This is Japanese. I come as American, live for, say, 50 years or 100 years, and then kicked out. And I become absorbed in the thought of this land. Jashato buddhi kunapeti dhatuke sadhik kalotra disu bhoma ijjati. I live for some years, and because I have got this misconception that I am this body, I am worshipping the land, nationalism. What is this land? Does it belong to you? No, because I have got this designation, title. I am American, I am Indian. Therefore I am fond of it. Just see how much illusory things are going on. I've got a false designation. On account of this designation, I'm thinking this is mine. This is illusion. Actually, it is God's. Suppose you are 25 years old. Say, before 25 years old, where is that country? That you do not know. Might be it was in China or in the hell. You have no knowledge. And now, since 25 years you are born in this land, you are absorbed in thought. This is my country. People are mad after nationalism and fighting. One nation is fighting with another. These rascals do not know that why they are fighting. The land belongs to God. You simply fight and die and go to hell, that's all. This is Krishna consciousness. So, when people become Krishna conscious, this nonsense fighting will stop. Otherwise there is no possibility. Otherwise it is not possible. They are trying to stop fighting by the so-called League of Nations or United Nations. They are disunited. On principle they are disunited. So many hundreds of flags. How they can be united? They can be united in Krishna consciousness. When they will be really learned, Pandita Samadarshina, Pandita, when one is learned, just like we are Samadarshina. We don't discriminate. American, Indian, African, these. We distribute Krishna consciousness to everyone. Because we know everyone is part and parcel of Krishna. Everyone is son of Krishna. They are suffering on account of this material contamination. Let us do something for them. This is one. This is Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, now you can have people. Please.